I'm writing a book in 10 days. Why the face of worry? Because I wrote 5,000 words yesterday as a warm-up, and it was tough. Like, sit in the sunlight and decompress tough. So today we're preparing for this epic writing marathon as best as I can. So the goal for today is 1, create an outline, 2, add that outline to my For the Words account, and 3, set up my writing space so that when the day comes, all I have to do is open that day's file and write. There's only one problem. How do I create an outline if I don't know where my story is going?
I needed a little bit of fresh air, so I went outside on the couch and just started to free write. I don't know what the story is about yet, and I felt like I just needed to get some ideas down on paper, whether it was the climax, the inciting incident, anything. Okay, so this is working a little bit, I guess. Some ideas are flowing. I think at least the first 3 or 4 chapters. I think I'm just gonna have to stay out here a little bit while and keep pushing. I kept free writing, but at this point it must have been like 2 hours of free writing. I was getting frustrated. The new ideas were random tidbits of information, not outline or a plan I could follow. So I decided to go back inside on the computer and outline and put on paper what I do know. So on the computer I'm using this program called Figma. It's a whiteboard program, but there's a bunch of others like Miro, and I'll share some links here in the description. Basically what I did is I know I want to write 100,000 words, and I know that chapters on average are around 4,000 words. So I created my 25 chapters, organized them into the arcs, and then added little banners for important moments in the story, whether it's the climax or the turning point, milestones that I know I need to reach. And then I added these little houses as markers for how much I needed to write each day. This is kind of what I'm calling my race map. It's something I can look at every day, track progress against, and just check where I am in this story and where I'm going. Once I had my race map, I added everything into For the Words. So I created my 25 files, color-coded them so they match the race outline, added some icons. Pretty happy with how it's looking in For the Words. Other things I could do to prepare, so I cleaned out my quest book, completing and getting some dopamine hits for quests that I completed during the warm-up. Added basically all the quests I could pick up, and then added monsters into my battle list so that I'm ready to write. A little tip and something that I'm doing is that I'm starting each day with an endurance battle. Endurance battles are basically just write until the timer ends. You can't stop, you can't pause, so it's a great way to warm up. So that's a wrap on outline day, if we can call it that. I wasn't able to get an outline done. I was able to organize my For the Words account with the files, set up my battle list, my quests, the writing space, and For the Words is set up. What's missing is an outline for the story. A little worried at this point because the challenge starts in 2 days. And I think at this point, I'm just going to have to dive into it. I have an idea of what the first chapter is about, at least, and then we'll see where we go from there. We're just gonna have to write through it. I don't know, I just need to start walking. I just want the challenge to start, honestly. The challenge is starting in 2 days, so I'm very excited for that. 10,000 words a day for 10 days in a row, 100,000 words. Here we go. What am I doing tomorrow? The day before the challenge? Probably resting my fingers in baths of ice water. We'll see. Pretty excited. Let's go.